Hey there, welcome back to Supercharged Fridays. How are you doing? Is everything good? Come in the comments and say hello. I think it's now 142 weeks that we have been going live together. That is pretty amazing. Oh my goodness, it's going to be 150 soon. So hopefully everything, maybe it's 150, 143. I don't remember anymore. Hopefully you're doing well. Come in the comments and say hello. In case we haven't met before, hi, my name is Sonal Behel. I am a career strategist and founder of Supercharge. And what I do is help those who are going through transitions in their career through one on one coaching, through courses, and through content just like this. I also have a podcast. I also have a YouTube channel where I release videos. The idea is there's like a ladder, right? One on one is the most premium. It's for people who are, who need help, who need hand holding, guidance, mentorship. And that is a bigger investment, right? Not everyone, it's not accessible for everyone. So, what is more accessible is the courses, the ebooks, and for those who, for whatever reason, do not have access to that either, this is there every Friday. It's my favorite time of the week. We hang out and I help with questions that are a bit more generic, which can help others, not personalized, because that becomes one on one. So if you're watching and you need any help, I'd love to see your question right here in the comments. Say hello. How's your Friday doing? The sun is shining. And I have a question. I have three questions that I'm going to be answering that came in email last week, unfortunately, and I didn't get to them. So I'm going to be getting to those first. Talent Fusion, hi there. I saw your question as well. Thank you so much for asking. I'm going to answer you very quickly. Talent Fusion. This is the easiest answer I'm going to tell you. Go to my playlist on YouTube, which is called Negotiate Like a Pro. I've given away my favorite tips for free. Okay. Absolutely watch every single video that helps you from zero, like start to finish. How do you negotiate? It is difficult. It is difficult. Of course, it's difficult. It's uncomfortable. But with practice, you'll get there. So definitely check that one out. So hopefully you're all well. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys coming in from around the world. And I see Canada in the house. I see India in the house. Nice to see you, Stefano. I'm seeing you after a while. It's so lovely to see you. I have Finland in the house. I got Texas in the house. Thank you for being here. I have a LinkedIn user. Ah, yeah. Ah, welcome. Welcome. Isn't it more fun live? Like the best thing would be in person, face to face. But this is the next best thing, right? Live, as better than, so much better than a video. So I have received a very fun question. I think this one made me giggle a little bit. Hey, listen, I'm not in corporate. Can I still negotiate my pay? The person in question is a dentist. So listen, I get it. Look, there's a lot of FOMO, okay? Particularly for those in corporate, we talk about negotiation so many times that people who are not in corporate type of jobs, who are doing other things, right? Beauty salon, services, dentist, retail. I mean, retail is also, I mean, if you're in the corporate office, yes. Otherwise, negotiation applies everywhere. This is my take. Okay. So obviously, if you're asking me for advice, remember it's from my lenses, it's from my point of view. It is not the only answer. It's a perspective. I always have to give this disclaimer because anytime you hear a coach say, this is the way to do things, it's the only way to do things, that person is not a coach, my friend. That person is a consultant, a mentor, advisor, guide. Okay. What is in a word? What's how does it matter? Words matter. Professions matter. I'm also a professional coach. However, these are more mentorship type questions, which means there are always different answers. Some work for you, some don't work for you. Remember where you are, where you live. But I can guarantee you, even if you're self-employed, what does that mean? It means increasing your fees. I have substantially over time, and it's not a negotiation. It's like this is it, and this is what you get out of it. And the other person will say, "Can I get an extra session?" Yeah, yeah, we can make that work. So it comes down to that. So that is my take on that question. If you have any other comments, I see some coaches who are watching. You know who you are in the comments. You're super welcome to weigh in with your perspective. Nilesh, hey there. Any career guidance for this is lovely. It's starting to get very chilly here. So sorry, I just need my warm cup of tea because I talk a lot and then the tea is cold. There's nothing worse than cold tea. Like you microwave it. It's not the same, especially like chai. For job change to a top heavy organization. Nilesh, can you be more specific with the question? Is the question, should I move to a top heavy organization? Or is the question, how do I move? Do you know what I mean? Because both are different answers. And if you can just clarify, I can go in that direction and not blah, blah, and waste your time. Okido. You're welcome. Happy Friday. Thank you for being here. Everyone's got that Friday feeling. Companies have now started to revoke their offers. It's not now, Ravi. This has been going on for a while. Yeah. Yeah, I have a whole video dedicated to this, but this has been going on for years. I mean, this recessions. See, the thing with a lot of us youngsters, I'm calling myself, I'm including myself in there. We have a very recent memory, so we think this is all new. Recessions have been going on forever, right? Ever since they have been measured, like in the economy, recessions, depression, total like disasters, all of that stuff. Yes, things happen, and I have a whole video on that. So check that out. But thanks for sharing. Tushar says, "Hey, how do you get to know whether? Okay, weather, WHE, just for next time. How do you know if you're underpaid as professionals? Yes, it's a good question. How do you know if you're underpaid? There's so many ways to ask, right? I mean, there's so many ways to find out, Tushar. So check out my latest YouTube video. It's a 24-minute video, and it's one of the things I talk about in that video. And a very quick recap for you is there are online and there are offline resources. Offline resources is speaking with people you have a good relationship with who are in the recruiting space. If you don't have such people, try and find out if you can get those introductions, because external recruiters have a very good idea of current salaries. Online, you will have Glassdoor. You can check out PayScale, and you can also just Google it. Just Google it. Salaries in, like, write your city name. You know what? You never know. You might just be surprised. There's much more to this answer, but this is a very quick version, a quick answer to you. Just so that I'm just making sure that in case I'm missing out, if there's any other questions. Hey, Varsha, cheers, cheers. Cheers. Anybody else having a beverage? Cheers. Whatever you're having, I don't care. No judgment. Okay. So Nilesh is clarified. I am already moving. Hmm. Okay, good question, Nilesh. So you're moving to a top-heavy organization. So what that means is, um, that the company you're coming from is not top-heavy, right? It's maybe more flat. And in case somebody's watching and doesn't quite understand what this means, it's like the management at the top is very sort of, there's numerous people. So it becomes a bit of politics here, Nilesh. So you're gonna have to play the game. And there's nothing dirty about it. A lot of us think politics, eek, it's not for me. I mean, we all do politics, whether we know it or not. I mean, it's. I have a whole article on it. I will link it in the comments. Nilesh, check out my LinkedIn post where I'm live right now, because on YouTube it's very hard to go back and read the chat comments. But on LinkedIn, I will put the link to politics and how you can be successful. And as far as being new in an organization is concerned, a lot of that is relevant to you whether you're in a top heavy or a flat organization. And that is, start working on relationships early. Start making good relationships early. Sit with people who you don't know during lunch. You'll see a lot of cliques. People only hang out with people they know. Take advantage of being a complete stranger and having lots of questions and not having any like judgment. Oh, why does this work this way? Oh, this is interesting. Bring in a point of view. You've been paid for that, right? So in terms of specifically as far as top heavy is concerned, you will not be able to control many things. What you can control is your relationships with your boss. If you have a team below you, so your boss, your team below you, and your boss's boss, he or she, right? So two people. You want to just make sure you know them well. You're helping out. They're happy with you. You're happy with them. Okay. And focus on that. There's a lot more that can go into this answer, but in the interest of time, I'm just keeping this brief. Focus on what you can control, and anybody else who wants to weigh in, more than welcome to weigh in. All right. Good morning, Emily. I asked you around a month ago. Hmm, uh, I asked you around a month ago if I should apply for a supervision position with only being in the okay. I thought you were gonna say only being like so young and in the company for 6 months. I'm reporting that the offer was extended yesterday. Woo! Oh, I'm so happy. Congratulations. High five. Virtual high five. Happy for you. If my advice helped you to get to where you are today, come into my LinkedIn, connect with me. I'd love to know more on how you went about it. It would be a brilliant illustration to others, and not just like good news, but also how, not just the what. So, an invitation. You don't have to. All right. Hi, rock and roll. How is the job market in the UK? Mm, okay, so very specific question. I'm not quite sure what the job market is. It's not a great time overall as far as hiring is concerned, but recruiting firms are busy. So Google this out if you want more detail. It's a very specific question. I'm not sure it'll be very relevant to the others. So, is there ever a right time for challenges? I don't think so. If you want to wait for the right time, you'll keep waiting. So, yeah, hopefully that gives you some perspective. But go and check it out. Do some research. You got everything. You got everything at your fingertips. Take advantage of it. And if you want to speak, maybe speak to a specialist who's only focused on that. I joined an organization a month ago in a managerial role, but now I got an offer with much better remuneration. My gosh, I'm getting this question so many times. First of all, congratulations. Is it okay to move? Is it okay for you, Mr. Travel, Miss Travel Wish List, whoever you are? I'm not going to answer that because that's a very lazy sometimes cop out, right? We don't want to like own up to this decision, so we're going to ask someone, "What do you want to do? Do you want that one? Is it a better company? Is it only the money?" If the money is so low in company 1 that the difference between company 1 and company 2 in terms of money is potentially like huge, and if you're at the stage in life where money matters, then yes. If the money is not that much different and company wise one is better than the other, maybe the one you're in is better, you've noticed culture, people, etc., then why would you do that? So I'm not going to say yes, I'm not going to say no. It's about all these factors. It depends. What do you want? So good luck with that. It's a good, also please remember, um it's a good problem to have. It's a good situation to be in. And if you want to know more information, check out a YouTube video I have where I have a like a thumbnail like this. I have company 1 and I have offer 1 and offer 2. Which one should I select? Check that. There's 7 or 8 categories that I look at whether you should move or not, and that'll help you to make a decision that, given the limited information you have, I think that should help you. So good luck with that. Okay, let's see. I'm going to keep this one brief today. Sun is shining. I'm going to go out very quickly. So another question I received on email is, as far as negotiation is concerned, is it very different if I'm preparing for an internal appraisal? It is, in the sense, there is a preparation involved, there is research involved. You need to have a file. If you're preparing for an internal appraisal and you want to ask for an increase in your base or overall package, you gotta have a business case. You're gonna get two types of answers to this question. The first type will say, you don't have to do that, your work will speak for itself, your work should speak for itself. Okay, that's the idealist. I'm the pragmatist. The pragmatist will not focus on what should be, because if we keep talking about what should be, we will talk about it till the cows come home. Instead, what I like to focus is on being prepared, being over prepared, and have a file and have a case, business case for the company, why it makes sense for you to get more money. And what are the things you're going to be doing? What are the things you're already doing in addition to your job that you deserve to be in this, from this category to this category? Show it, prove it. Should be all right. It's all about preparing. So good luck with that. Okido! Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything from before. Ah, yeah, here we are. Hey, Gagan. I'm not getting many calls from recruiters these days. Mm, not sure, Gagan, what's going on. Um, it could be that couple of factors. It could be maybe you're not necessarily applying to the right roles, or people don't necessarily know, the recruiters around you don't necessarily know that you're looking. So it's also good to know recruiters. It's not just strangers who reach out to you, but how many recruiters do you have in your network as well? The third could be that your resume is not converting. The idea for the resume is also to like get you calls for interviews. And if your resume is not doing that for you, then look at it. I have a whole playlist on YouTube on how to supercharge your resume, and I have a course online as well. So check those out if you want to learn more about it. Good luck. Kazi, I missed your comment earlier. Hi, Kazi. Assalamu alaikum. I want to ask you, if someone is eligible for a higher rank and no one is noticing, how do you deal with the situation? Hmm. So, it's very related to what I answered earlier with this question. This question. Sometimes it's not their job to notice, also. Sometimes it's not, some managers do. They're more alert, they're more hands on. Some managers don't. They're so busy with managing upwards, managing sideways, managing peers. Yes, whatever time energy they have to manage downwards as well. But not everybody is doing that. So they're also not mind readers. How do they know if you're doing a great job? Sometimes you gotta remind them. You gotta tell them. And you know what? These are all little political games. There's nothing dirty about it. It's perception management. Everybody does it. You're not lying, you're not cheating, you're just reminding people of all the good work you've done. And it's also how you say it. Not just, you've said it, but also how it does it come across as bragging, or is it more like fact sharing? You're sharing the facts. You're not announcing it and beating your chest. You know what I mean? So, okay, no, hopefully that helps. Ah, we have our insomniac in the house. Dan, you will be so proud of me. Not proud. I don't know what's going on. I've been up since 3 a.m. So I beat you today. Hence the chai. I've been up, I don't know. I've been up since 3 a.m. Um, hey Dave, I had an offer last Friday. I had my final HR round where I did the negotiation well, and HR gave me a final figure, but we were not able to come to a conclusion, and they asked me for 2 days. Okay, so what's the question? You have to wait, I guess. The question is, from the higher authority, they're waiting for approvals. And this Friday, I got the update that even the figures which she had given me on last Friday, were not possible, and they reduced the CTC by 50,000 rupees, which is non-negotiable. Okay, what's your question? Is that acceptable to you? Is it not acceptable to you? Do you have something in hand? Do you have some leverage? Is there any way they can change it? If they can't, they can't. Either you take it or you leave it. Honestly, it's really like simple. Very, very simple. You take it or you don't. What do you want? That only you can answer. You know what I mean? Only you can answer. Which one do you want? I mean, is it worth it? Did you get a good feeling about the place? Because remember, please, 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 I beg you. I can't tell you how many messages I'm getting from people. They were so happy they got the offer. They started the company 1 month later. They're like, oh, like all the profanities are coming out. They're like, not happy here. I was expecting this and it turned out to be that. And, like all like disappointment. Take your time. Okay. When we take decisions from fear or desperation, they are rarely good decisions. Nilesh, good question. So I said I would put it in my comments on the LinkedIn, but also if you don't want to wait, go to my LinkedIn profile and go to articles. Under activity, go to articles. It's an article from 3 years ago, and it's very, very still very, very relevant today. Aman. Hey Aman, can you please explain a little bit medical billing jobs related to career? I'm sorry, I can't. I have no clue what this is. Maybe you can go to your good friend Google. All right. Okay, I'm gonna look at other questions now. Hey Aisha, how's it going? When you're negotiating salary, should we negotiate on base? I would love for you to negotiate everything. But I mean, I don't understand base or base salary plus pension. Pension is something that is added, right? So I don't know how much of pension is negotiable. But typically we negotiate on the gross annual amount, the base, in other words. Yes, that sounds correct. KL Rahul, isn't there a cricketer by this name? Are you that guy? Are you? Because my son is a fan. Um, my organization, Colgate, recently started learning Fridays. I'm unable to decide how to start learning again. I'm unable to decide how to start learning again. They started learning Fridays. I have no idea what this question is. Sorry, I did understand this. They started something where you start learning something new. Cool, how exciting. Just go with questions. Just ask questions. That's how we learn. You've been learning since you were a baby. So please don't tell me how you've forgotten how to learn. Okay? It's just in our nature. It's human nature. Good luck with that. Sounds fun. Colgate. And if you don't know, just smile your pearly whites. Get it? Get it? Anybody laughing there at home? Pearly whites? Because it's Colgate. Never mind. And even if you were laughing, I can't see you or hear you. It's kind of dead. Hi Priyanka. What do you do if my boss doesn't appreciate my work no matter how much I do, and he or she deducted my salary this month without any prior notice? That doesn't sound too good, Priyanka. Please ask what's going on. If they don't appreciate your work and they've decreased your, firstly, I'm not even sure it's really, I mean, has it been put in the contract? Because normally you have to sign that. Anything they change in your contract when it comes to location of work, remuneration, and what is the third thing? Title. Normally, in most countries, these three things cannot be done one way. Like it's not a one sided decision. It's something you need to sign. Did you sign that? Because then it sounds very weird and fishy to me. What's going on? And if I were you, Pranka, I don't know the whole story, but if I were you, I'd be looking around. If you're not appreciated and you're underpaid, ask yourself, what's going on here? What are you doing there? You deserve better. You're worth it. Yes, you are. Okay. Good luck, my dear. Which course should I select? Regarding, I'm not sure what's the question. I'm unable to decide learning again. Which course should I select? Okay. Yeah, I answered this one already. Lisa Springer. Good morning, Lisa. How's it going? Okay. After a long career pause, how would one address the gap and re-emerge into the job market? I've had recruiters contact me, but when they ask, "Are you currently working?" I think your answer, your comment got cut off because of the character limit, I think. Very good question, Lisa. If recruiters have a problem with the fact that you're on a career pause, you don't worry about it. They're filtering, literally, they are filtering themselves. You don't want to be talking to people like that. You want to talk to companies directly that welcome people who've been on a career pause, career break. There's quite a few companies that are realizing the intrinsic value, the innate value of people, especially moms. I have so much information on my YouTube channel. I have two videos. One is a 16-minute one is a 8-minute one on this exact question on how do you address a career pause in your resume. How do you talk about it? I've given away scripts for this. So definitely take advantage. If you still need more, get in touch with me on LinkedIn. If you want to organize um, a coaching session or something like that. But I also know there are coaches in if you're in the US, I'm not quite sure. There are coaches in the US who are dedicated to this. And I was chatting with one last night. Oh my goodness, what's her name? I'm going to tag her. Connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'm going to tag her on in the comments as well. And I think you should connect with her because this is her specialty, right? Good luck. Hi. When is the IT industry current hike? Okay. No, no, I'm not quite sure I understand, Gurudat. You'll have to rephrase that. And they ask currently, then they have no position. Yeah, no, not those recruiters. Lisa, no. Ew, no, I'm sorry. You want to go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. Oh, why do you want to talk? Do you want to talk to Lisa? Yeah, she's currently on a break. Yeah, check. You don't want to be, no, it's like as if there's a defect or something. And that doesn't help our mindset either, because then we come from a place of lower confidence. We don't want that. We don't want that. There's a lot of mindset in this, let me tell you. And yes, I'm not naive. There's a lot of discrimination as well. So I know that. We want to focus on what we have in our control. How do you negotiate when you have a year-long gap? Gayatri's asking. Gayatri, good question. I'm not going to read your whole question. I have a whole video. Lucky you. And Lisa, this will be relevant to you as well. I have a whole video on, can I negotiate my salary if I'm a new grad, if I've been on a career pause, if I'm unemployed, if I got laid off, if I have no experience in that industry, can I have all of that information in a video. Check that out. Just go, don't go to the lives because I have a lot of live streams on YouTube. Go to the videos. And this is a video from exactly 1 year ago. And I go into detail in that. Hey, Aman, I'm sorry I'm not able to answer your question and you're repeating this question a few times. I'm sorry. Medical billing company. I think just check out the video I have on YouTube as far as negotiation is concerned. My base salary, it comes in my bank account. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, awesome. Hi, Rakesh. I am handling multiple profiles. Not quite sure I follow. You're welcome, Lisa. Good luck and do connect with me. Okay, 2:27 p.m. I'm going to take one more question. I Hey, I was recently offered a senior manager HR role with an Indian MNC, but it was a contractual job. They discussed the offer verbally. They requested to see my payslip. I was trying to show me a sample payslip. She tried showing me a sample payslip on WhatsApp. You can negotiate if it's a contract job. Of course you can. You you show them why you deserve more. And the WhatsApp thing, I don't quite get it. I mean, why would they want to show you a sample payslip? I don't quite follow. Hey Rakesh, how do you negotiate for a higher position? Yeah. So go back and watch the replay. We talked about performance appraisals, and that comes in promotion, it comes with salary increases. Timing matters a lot. And I would also recommend check out my podcast. I 2 weeks ago did a podcast with someone called Tiffany Human, and she got 7 promotions in 10 years. She shares a lot of her, like she breaks it down, and that's really helpful. So I think it's episode 97. No, 95. You'll see that Tiffany Human, and the title says 7 promotions in 10 years. If you want to learn, it takes time. Okay. 2 1 minute answers won't get us there. Okay. Focus on what we can control. Yes, Jackie. Hey, how are you, Jackie? Thank you for tuning in. Good morning, Tegan. All right. How do you prepare a professional resume? Okay. Those are two different questions. Resume, I already answered. So check out the replay in this very replay. How do you tackle anxiety during interviews? It's a very important thing as well. I have a lot more like resources on it. Start with preparation. Okay. Start with preparation. Check out this fat playlist on my YouTube channel on how to supercharge your interview prep. Just focus on what you can control, and that is the prep. You will feel less anxious the more prepared you are. I promise you. A little bit nervous is normal for everybody. Everybody. Okay. Even like Barack Obama when they go on stage, important people when they're going, they're all nervous. Some of the nervousness is good. So channel that. Hikes in the IT industry. Yeah, who knows really? Hikes, what is happening in the future? It's a boom. I think there's always like law of averages, right? What goes up comes down. And at some point it will stabilize. I don't know when. I don't have my crystal ball. Hey Priyanka, I work as a project staff in a government hospital. So the point of contact is clinicians. But I'm not happy with my behavior, with the behavior of my boss. have a chat with your boss. If you want to get into a detailed answer here, because I'm going to be finishing now, if you want to get a detailed answer here, um, I highly recommend. I don't know, the word toxic gets thrown. I'm not saying your boss is toxic, but I did a live stream. Just write toxic boss or toxic environment on YouTube and write my name. I did a live stream with somebody in India, and he worked for many years in one of the largest companies in India. And we talked about toxic bosses. He had a lot of information to share. He's retired, he's in his 60s, so lots of wisdom. In the interest of time, I'm going to tell you to check that one out. All right. Okie doke. Hi, Arpit. What are your views on recent air rumors about global recession? I mean, by definition, what is the definition of a recession? I mean, when you have two consecutive quarters where the economy is contracting, not growing, right? The GDP is going down, not growing. It is recession. So I think sometimes we are also in denial. The US is officially in recession, a few other countries as well. It is what it is. It comes, it goes, ebbs and flows. That rhymes. And again, I don't have the crystal ball here, how it's going to be. We'll see. I'm not an economist. Hey, Ruth. Ruth. Did I say that right? Rute? Okay. I've answered a couple of yours, Gayatri. So I'm going to see if there's anything else. Hey, Kevin. Better late than never. Thanks for being here. Hi, Bharat. Is in agreement with what you said at the start on company politics and managing relations. How do you handle peers with cultural unconscious bias? Oof, that's a big one in itself. I also have a very detailed live stream on this topic with a specialist where we talked about unconscious bias. Check that one out, Bharat. Go to my YouTube channel. It's got a lot of videos, but just if you do a search on Dorothy Dalton, I'm sending you on a little treasure hunt. But you know what? A lot of good stuff on my channel. So I don't will not be able to answer this very quickly. If you write Dorothy Dalton and Sonal Behel, it'll come up. Because it's Google. Even if you go to Google, it'll come up. I did a podcast with her, but I also did a detailed live stream with her on this. So hopefully this was helpful. Thank you for being here. Hey, Kola. I hope you're doing well. I look forward to seeing you in London next in a couple of weeks. I can't wait to see you. And I hope if this has been helpful, tell a friend, like share this with a friend. This is absolutely free, coming to you live, answering your questions. And yeah, I mean, take care of yourselves. And if you want more, if you want to learn more about what I do, and if you want to work together, check out my website, superchargeyourself.com. And I highly recommend you tune in next week. I'm going to have a lovely guest, lovely, lovely person. Meenakshi, the one and only, is going to be joining me, and we are going to be talking about North Star. What is your North Star? And why am I suddenly looking at my phone? I'm getting a brain fart and I can't. Okay, thank God. I was not remembering her last name. Meenakshi Iyer. Oh man, that was close. Meenakshi Iyer, and we're gonna be talking. Her firm is called North Star Solutions and Services. She's amazing. She was on the live stream about 2 years ago. She's coming back because she's that awesome, and she works with mid-level sort of managers going through change, agile careers, agility, all of that good stuff, Scrum. And we're going to be looking at how do you know what your North Star is? How do you find it? It'll be amazing. I'm having a guest after a while, as you can see. I'm bringing in fewer guests. It is a bit of work. This is easier because I just show up, but it's still fun. Hopefully, it's fun for you as well. So take care of yourselves, and until next time, happy Friday, happy weekend. Bye for now.